How's it going out there? Thought I'd do a little live here. Don't usually do lives, but thought I'd come on live for a little bit today. See what's going on out there. So I dropped a video today. I had where I do a comic book reading. So if you haven't had a chance yet, check that out because that took a lot of work. Did a lot of translating work from Dutch. Had to go from Dutch to English. Hey, Dutch Bond fan, what's going on, my man? That is wow. Of all people, of three on there to jump on here. Okay, I kind of don't divulge my. No, I don't speak Dutch. I wish I did. I do speak French, but I don't speak Dutch. I had to use Google Translate, so I had to literally type in every box, every vocabulary box from that comic book, and do the translation. But man, it is good to see you. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been watching out for you, and kind of gone dark for a while. I know content. There's a lot of content that's I don't know, kind of maybe gone stale, but I'm trying. I'm trying to do what I can. But yeah, for anybody else that's joining us, I've done some comic book readings, so where I add the music in from the movies and sound effects and stuff. So get a chance, check them out. It took many hours to put those together. But yeah, let's see. Been all over the place, very busy, but not busy with the channel at the moment. You bought a house? Awesome. Getting the key to the place next September. Oh, sweet. Well, congratulations. We rented for a while because we were kind of done buying. I've always bought a house at the wrong time and tried to sell at the wrong time every time. But this time we bought at a good time. Things were low. So yeah, well, congratulations on your house. Where in where you actually live, or I know you've been traveling a lot. Have you moved to a different location, or be curious to see if you're still going to be around your hometown, or because last video I saw I think you were visiting relatives up near a cabin somewhere up in the mountains by a lake, and it was all snowy. But yeah, hey, congratulations on your house. That's awesome. Dutch Bond fan, it's good to hear from you. Good to see you out there and about. Same town, but moving from rent to buying. Yep, absolutely. That's what we did. We got priced out. We were in a expensive area, good rent, low rent, and then prices went crazy, where they were asking $2,000, starting as $2,000 a month on rent on a tiny place. So I'm like, nope, forget that. We could buy and pay less a month than what we were already renting a house for. So we weren't going to be paying $2,000 a month just to rent a place. Well, let's see. I wasn't sure what else I was going to do here today. I'm a bad planner for lives. I haven't done 2,000 a month. That is nuts. I don't normally do lives, so I don't know if I want to talk about like the Bond news. I know we had that Bond news. I guess I could kind of do a little bit of ASMR. Do a little bit of ASMR with some dusting for fingerprints kind of thing here. Some of that, but there's been some Bond news as well. I know I put out that short. No, it wasn't a short. Did a video on have we seen what the next Bond is going to be possibly? Did that get leaked? What do you think, Dutch Bond fan? Do you think That let me see. I gotta find what was his name again. Let's see. Bond. Let's see. Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Where Aaron Taylor Johnson did that that posting where he said, "From one look to the next." Yeah. Do you think Aaron Taylor Johnson's gonna be the guy? Because I got that feeling. I started like I put in my video. I'm actually got that tingly feeling going on, thinking we may have our next Bond. Because it sure seems like he's getting in shape for it and trying to put the look together. So I don't know. I think it's a possibility. Yeah, yep. I know. It's they're not being forthright with much, but I don't know. If he's not, I got suckered. He suckered me in because I think he got me good with that post. Well, let's see. So some of the things as well that I've been enjoying have been the old technology sounds. So yeah, got the old dial, the rotary phone, the old rotary phone. I was looking for this before I could do my next role play, because my next role play is going to start since you're here with me live. I'll kind of let you in on kind of my next role plays that I've got coming up. I'm going to have to film like dual. So I'm going to have to, because the first bit of role play is going to be me as the agent ASMR meeting with M, and there's going to be something that's happening. We're going to have a meeting. But I needed to be dressed up. I kind of wanted to act as if in the role play, like I'm coming from a casino or something like that. So I'll be in a tux, and so I'll be acting out the agent role, dressed up, and so I'll have to do all that filming, all that vocabulary, and then I'll have M. And I wanted to get some of the older technology in that. I want to try to set it up a little bit to where it kind of reflects back to the day of the older Bond movies. And then I'll have to do the role play of M and do all his vocabulary, and then I'll have to piece them back and forth as they're talking. So that's the first video that I've got planned. Then after that, he's going to send me to like the Q branch. I'm going to get geared up for the mission. So that'll be like the part 2 of the role play. Part 3 will be meeting up with another agent and or a contact of some sort at a casino. And so I've got some props together for that. 1 second, I'll bring those over. All right, so I had a video where I put this together. So this was the card shoe, and so we're going to be doing a role play where we're going to be playing some Baccarat. So we're going to be doing some of that in the role play, and then I had to just get a few other things together. I don't normally play much. I mean, when I was single, I played poker and stuff with my buddies. Um, oh, well, thank you. Thanks, Dutch Bond fan. I appreciate that. I feel like my channel's doing pretty good, but I see a lot of channels growing a whole lot more faster than mine, and I try to do all the right stuff. I try to put together a compelling thumbnail. You try to do some compelling. Let the viewer be on the receiving end, the agent, and you play MQ in the kind of immersive for the. Yeah, I thought about that as well. Maybe I could try both somehow. Maybe what I'll do. Actually, you know what I think I might do? I might do both for the first one. Maybe when I'm getting geared up, I'll do it as just Q for that one. And then I'll have we'll see. That's a good idea. I'll stew on that one, see how I can do that maybe a little differently. But yeah, with the cards, had to get some chips. So I got some poker chips here as well. So kind of getting ready for the role plays coming up down the line. Definitely, yeah. Now that you mention that, no, but I think that's a good idea. Yeah, it would be cool because it would be more immersive for the ASMR experience. I think I will do it for the Q portion because I'll let you in on a little bit of another secret of what I'm going to be working on for that role play. Is I'm going to be making a particular gadget, and I'm going to be showing it and somewhat making it on the spot during the role play. So I'll be filming it, but with the tux. What I did is I've got a cummerbund for the tux, so wearing it across here. So I've got that. What I'm going to do is kind of mimic from License to Kill, and I'm going to Velcro it and have rope inside. So I'm going to kind of mimic that little bit of gadget. Excuse me. And then and then that'll be one of the gadgets that somewhere down the line on the mission I'll have to use. So yep, putting some gadgets together. I've got some ideas, ones that I may not use for the mission itself, but would be showing as things that the Q branch is working on. Oh, Dutch Bonfim. You know what? 1 second. 1 second here. Because 1 second. I want to look at something here. All right, sorry. Got dead air here. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, you might in particular enjoy this little bit of information. So right here, now I didn't even know this, but the cards, the casino that I got these cards from, Binion's, Las Vegas, Nevada. I looked it up, and I was like, oh, Binion's. Never heard of it. Wasn't sure if it was a real casino. And as I'm looking it up for these cards that I got while I was thrifting at a Goodwill, a thrift shop, Binion's is a casino in the background of Diamonds Are Forever. I mean, can you believe that? I couldn't believe it. Damien, Restore, yes, from Scotland. I remember you from, yeah, my first live that I tried to do the other day. Well, welcome back. Let's see. Since Fleming stars mostly, oh yeah, mostly done now, would you accept John Gardner or Charlie Higson Bond Adventures to be Bond movie series? You know, I have not read. I've been collecting some of the post Ian Fleming Bond books, and I have not read any of them yet. Yes, Dutch. This was definitely a really cool connection, unexpected. It almost seems like once you're in the Bond community and you start doing Bond stuff, you start finding those connections even when you don't expect to. But let's see. Yeah, I've been collecting some of the books. I'll show you what I got so far. One second here. All right, now I don't have too many of them, but I've found this one, John Gardner, license renewed, John Gardner, Roll of Honor, John Gardner, and then Nobody Lives Forever. I've got another one up there somewhere. Where did that go? But I think, yeah, I've been finding the John Gardners. And I haven't read any of them yet because I still have one to go in the Ian Flemings. I will be finishing that this month. So I've got the last Ian Fleming book yet to read and do my review on, and then I'll probably start branching into these. These are definitely look like they're a lot easier to read because they don't even take up the whole page. The print isn't tiny. Yeah, these look, there's a lot of vocabulary in there. These kind of look pretty easy to read. So we'll see. I'll have to, but I am looking forward to checking those out. I found, I told Damien this the other day, but for, oh my goodness, I want to say the name and I'm afraid I'm going to say it wrong. For, all right, 1 second here, 1 second. I know. Let me get in here. Because, oh, I'm terrible. Please forgive me on this. All right, let me get in here. I'm trying to look up just. It's urine, isn't it? Urine. Is that the is that that's the? I want to say that's your first name. Because I've seen so many of the reaction videos. Let me see. Well, man, I don't know why I can't find, but I know Dutch Bond fan. Isn't it Yeren? Well, let's see. Anyway, so I've got these four. I know I've got another one. One second. One second. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I knew I had another one for special services. So there's that one. So I have five. I have five of the John Gardners that I have found while out thrifting and doing the Goodwills and that. So usually I find them for like $1 to $1.50 a piece. Used. Some of them definitely more used than others. This one, but some of them look kind of brand new. This is like literally like brand new. Little yellow. Let's see. Let's see. I should say clear that it would still be Bond, but no Fleming material. There are a few that could be adapted for the big screen. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Um, well, they already did that. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I did have more. I knew I had more. So yeah. So I got this. I found this one the other day. Goldeneye, John Gardner. So they already used some of his material. World is Not Enough. Raymond Benson. Yep, there we go. Raymond Benson. So I have more than John Gardner. Good. License to Kill. John Gardner. And I got and then Raymond Benson. Double Shot. So yeah, I've been finding these around. So I'm hoping to get to reading some of those other ones. This one I already had this one. But I wanted this cover really bad because I'm just like, yeah, Timothy Dalton. Yeah, that's the cover I want. All right, so I've been doing a lot of shorts. You may have noticed a lot of the shorts that I've been doing, and I've been using this. James Bond movie encyclopedia. This is what I've been using, and a lot of useful information. I got another one coming out tomorrow, another short, and it's going to be about the Goldfinger theme. And for those who are here with me, it'll be more specific. Do you remember? When the janitor is sweeping in on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and he's whistling when Bond is going in to see Draco, and supposedly that janitor is whistling Goldfinger. I don't hear it, but that's supposed to be what it was. But you'll be able to determine that when you see that short tomorrow. So check that out and put it in the comments if you hear it or not. I didn't. So if you do, let me know. But there's lots of material in here. Here we go. For View to a Kill. Got Duran Duran. So a little bit about them, Duran Duran in here. All kinds of tidbits. This only goes up to Goldeneye. So that's why there's no trivia. Pretty much shorts past Goldeneye. Wow, I've pulled a lot of material over here. My desk suddenly got very full. Let's see here. So I don't know. I mean, have you been enjoying the ASMR aspect of the channel at all? Should I do more of like? I know there's you can do the eye exams. Follow the light over to the side, over to this side. Now let's go up, up, down, 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 down. Good. So, yep. And can you name the theme 007 and Q hint at in For Your Eyes Only? Let's see. Can you name the theme 007 and Q hint at? For For your eyes only. I'm trying to remember their scene. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. That's the doot 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 when they're pushing in the code. Is that the one? Is that what you mean, Damien? Where they're like doot 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 doot, and then Bond finishes it. Because if that's it, I'm not sure I would recognize that theme. Yeah, when these identity. Okay. Huh. Boop 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 boop. You know what? I don't know. That might be a good one. Nobody does it better. Nobody does it better. Oh, I can see that. Oh, that's a good tidbit. I should do the short with that. I should do that one. Damien, you gave me a great idea for another short. So I'm going to do that. I'll remember that. That's a good little piece of trivia. See, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. I love putting those into shorts. Now, my shorts were getting like tons of views before, and then for some reason they like tanked. I've got some I would put out, and they were only getting like 4 views, and I tell you, that could get kind of frustrating. And then I'll re-release it later on in the day, and then it kind of takes off. It'll get like a few hundred views, and then that's kind of where it stops. And then, all right, well, and Sanchez gun fires the Bond theme during the tanker chase. Sanchez, does it really? Huh? I'll have to check that out. Well, you're giving me all kinds of good bits of trivia there I can use, put together in some shorts. That's cool. I like that. All right, let's see. What else? What do we got here? Let's try and... All right. I may have to leave this. I may have to leave like this live up as like a video, so that I can have your material, so I can go back and reference it. All right. When he shoots the wheels. Wow, that's so fast. Now I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it, because that's real. That happens so fast. I can't even fathom that that's actually music. That's actually the theme in there. All right. I'm still going to be. All right, 1 second here. I gotta listen to something here real quick, because I gotta hear something. I knew it. Dutch, it's Uren. I knew it. I think I knew the name, but I'm so bad with names. I was afraid to actually use it and get it wrong. So hopefully you're still with us, Uren. It's tell you what a treat. What a treat to have you on here, Damien. You too. It's great to have you in here. I appreciate you spending some time on the channel. It's really cool. Let's see. So yeah, Dutch Bond fan Uren was I almost want to say he might have been like in the first 10 people that found me and subscribed. I mean, it happened so fast, and I remember he had typed some comments, and I was just, it just blew me away. I'm just like, no way! I've watched this guy's videos for like forever, and then for all of a sudden for him to have found my new channel when I first started, that was really cool. What else? Let's see. You know, these poker chips, really heavy. Took me a while to find the right poker chips for that role play. All right. Hey, thanks, Wani. Appreciate that. Thanks for doing that for me. Trying to half Hazard Bond YouTube channel going back 13 years. Oh, I may have to check that one out. I don't know if I've found that one yet. Funny thing is, within the Bond community, I'll have watched certain videos and just maybe not realized who it was. And but I know a big reason why I went ahead and started a channel was David Zaritsky's channel, The Bond Experience. And I was like, wow, now here's somebody that like I was like, this guy's the same age as me, loves Bond, and still loved Bond at that age, and you know, and then come to find out later, you know, just that's just how the Bond community is. Yeah. I always thought that it was just kind of silly that I grew up liking Bond so much and didn't realize that there was this whole community out there. So that was fun to discover. But then somebody else started a channel. Do you remember the guy who he wanted to do some of the clothing reviews, and he was like kind of overweight, and so he had like the extra large sweater, and he started a channel because of David Zaritsky's channel, and he and he was just like, yeah, I want to do clothing reviews for like the regular size or the plus size guys and stuff. And when I saw him do his first video as well, I was kind of, you know what? It's time. It's time. I need to start a channel and start just throwing some of the things that I've had deep inside, you know, and wanted to do, and throw them out there. So but you may be wondering, well, why doesn't he ever show his face? And so yeah, I do things out and about in the community, and so people see me, and I kind of you know, sometimes Bond can be a little controversial with people. Let's see, and just because of, you know, the whole womanizing thing, he's an assassin kind of a thing, and kind of I don't want the controversy of those kinds of things following me into my, you know, the stuff that I'm doing out and about out in the community and amongst other people. Let's see. So haphazards, Damien says, very detailed, almost documentary feel to haphazards material. You will get there with your channel. You're already started. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, 351 subscribers, that's nothing to, you know, nothing to be ashamed of. So, and I've made, you know, and I've made some nice contacts out there. Like, those joining on the live and that. So, you know, when I see these names now, these are people in the Bond community that I'm going to remember. And whenever I see them come up, I'm just, oh yeah, this is great. I know, well, sorta know these individuals. The artist Bart Blue, who did my new intro song, and that kind of stumbled on his stuff and was listening to a few of his songs, and then I just kind of said, "Hey, would I know you're kind of starting up. I'm just starting up. You know, did you ever think of maybe writing jingles or something like that? Maybe sell, just kind of selling some of your music that way? Because I know there's some people artists that do that." And and so then he did my jingle, my opening song. Redid it for me, and I loved it. So that was fun to make that contact. Um, let's see. So 6 on now. I think the highest I had was 10. Um, that's almost half the views I get on some of my normal videos. About 10. So thanks for stopping in. So for those just dropping in, we've been talking about Bond. Oh, we've been talking about, the new rumors of who the new Bond might be. So that was a matter for subject. And so what do you think? Do you think Aaron Taylor Johnson, do you think he might be the next Bond? I kind of am thinking so. I put out a video about it, and it's a real possibility. His post really, I don't know. It really makes me think. So I think we got a good shot there. So we're talking about that. We've been talking about new material for the Bond movies. Other artists, or not artists, authors. So we got Raymond Benson and John Gardner. He's already had some of his material used. So that could be maybe some of his material. Now, I saw in a video not too long ago about somebody had said in a video talking about the books, they said John Gardner does like the same storyline in a lot of his books. And I thought somebody mentioned how like the Nazis or something seem to always be coming back in his storylines. But I don't know. I haven't read any of them yet. So let's see. Sorry, maybe a difficult question, but me being British, how popular is Bond in the US with teens or younger children? Just curious. Okay, that's actually a pretty good question. My pick for Bond would be Dan Stevens. Oh, I'll have to look up this Dan Stevens. But first, the other question. For one, I'm a bit out of touch with the teens and younger children these days. I can be honest about it. But I don't think Bond is really all that popular with them. Yeah, except video games. Probably the video games. GoldenEye is still like one of the top Bond video games, and people who aren't even Bond fans, like I've had some friends, they never watched a movie. I even took one of them to his first Bond movie when Casino Royale came out. He had never seen a Bond movie, never had any interest in it. He loved Casino Royale because he's like, "Oh man, that's an awesome movie," and so he was glad I took him to it. But he's like, "Oh yeah, but I do like one thing about Bond," and he had the GoldenEye video game, and it was one of his favorites. Over here, I think that's probably more of what the teens and younger ones are interested in. Any kind of Bond video game. The Bond movies, I don't think not so much. There's a little bit of a resurgence, you've probably seen on YouTube with the reaction videos. Some they jump into the Bond arena and they start watching them. I think it's very few. Very few. So maybe they are trying to reach a younger audience, get more enthusiasm for it with the younger audience. But like even my kids, they're like in their early 20s now, and well, I mean, I never really showed them Bond. For one, my wife absolutely hates Bond, so she didn't want me getting the kids into it. So she doesn't mind. She's just like, "Oh, you like what you like," but she really didn't want me getting the kids into Bond. So they never did. They never got into it. Dan Stevens, though. Let's see. I got to look up this Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. He's got kind of a good look. He's young. Yep, he's young. Oh my goodness. Born in 82. Oh, well, he's not that young. Then 82. So he's only 11 years younger than me. So, he's not, yeah, he's actually probably of a good, appropriate age for Bond. Yeah, I could see that. The Guest was his best film. Okay, yeah, and I'm seeing the his movies and shows. So Abigail, The Guest, Legion, Downton Abbey. Okay. Oh, he's in Godzilla and King Kong. Godzilla versus King Kong. Night at the Museum. All right. Well, there's more under his belt than what I knew. Yeah, he's got a good look. He's got a good look for it. That's that would be that. I think that would probably be good too. But of course, the only reason why I keep thinking Aaron Taylor Johnson is just that post when he's just like, yeah, from one look to the next, and then his next look is him beefing up for what looks to be a Bond role. So that's just kind of what it appears to be. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, let's see. Trying to think. Anything else out there to talk about? I've kind of run the well dry myself here. Like I said, I'm not good at the lives. I just wanted to jump on live and just kind of see what would happen. Because I was checking out some of the other lives. There's people on lives where they're just laying there sleeping, and people are like subbing left and right, and just like, yeah, I subbed, and all they're doing is sleeping. They got like 1.1 thousand people watching, and I'm like, come on, YouTube, get point some people over here. I'm not sleeping. All right, see, I complained, and I lost like half my viewers right there. That's what I get. I think Damien says, I think Aaron would be fine, but remember the Bond family are used to casting unknowns. Yes. That has always been my preference. Unknowns, or little knowns. For me, at the time, Daniel Craig was a little known. I kind of knew him a little bit, but not much. But I have always liked unknowns. I like unknowns, especially when it comes to the Bond women and villains. When they use high name actresses for the Bond women, for some reason, I feel like it carries over too much of their previous roles into it. And it just, for me, mentally, it kind of messes it up. Because you see them as other people, and not as that character as much. I think that's probably why they Eon goes with the lesser knowns, little known, unknown actors, so that there aren't a lot of preconceived ideas following them into the Bond role. So when they're in the Bond role, you see them, you hear them, you feel them as Bond. That's probably why they do that. All right. Well, let me see here. What do we got? It's been 45 minutes. I've been on 45 minutes already. I don't know. Oh, you want to know something? I'll tell you what I could talk about. Now, this is not Bond related, though. This is not Bond related. I went and saw, let's see, Damien says, I'm 44 I remember well the casting call with James Brolin back in '83. He, I think, could have been a great 007. Yeah, possibly. I've never been too sure about that one myself. Um, Only because I am a big Timothy Dalton fan. I loved him. And then also to me, Pierce Brosnan, just watching, because I used to watch um, his TV show, Remington Steele. I used to watch that all the time. And I loved Remington Steele. And when he was going to be Bond, or it was rumored he might be Bond, I mean, I'm just like, yeah. I mean, he's the perfect Bond. He still looks like he was the perfect Bond. Yeah, Timothy Dalton's so underrated. Yeah, I mean, great actor, great actor. He looked the part too. Yeah, he was just raw. He was great with it. Oh, okay. So yes, last night I went and saw Trap, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie, Trap. As I've said in some of my other videos, I work at a theater part time, so I can go see movies for free. And so went to Trap last night, and I liked it. I liked it. It's not scary, that there it's they say, oh, he's doing another horror movie. It's not really scary. But it's got some good thrill to it. It was actually fun to watch. I brought some snacks and candy and stuff to have with me during the movie. I kind of didn't get much into them because I really got drawn into the story. And before I knew it, it's almost towards the end of the movie, and I'm like, wow, I haven't even really eaten any of my stuff. So it held my attention. So I kind of recommend it. I liked Trap. If you haven't seen it, I kind of recommend it. Um. All right. Well, let's see. What else? It's like when I pause, when I don't say anything, that's when like my viewers double. I'm kind of curious. I should almost like test it out. I should just like go quiet off camera and then come back, and there'll be like 30 people in here. Wouldn't that be funny if that's what happens? That's people don't want to hear me, my voice. All right, let's see here. What do we? So I don't know if you ever saw my video where I put together this puzzle, the James Bond movie, the movie poster puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's really cool. But the thing I really liked about this puzzle was it has like my favorite, like some of my favorite posters that they used on here. The old retro Goldfinger up here. Of course, on Her Majesty's Secret Service. That always had a great movie poster. The Spy Who Loved Me. The Moonraker one. Where's the Moonraker one? Oh, it's all the way in the top. You probably can't see it. It's all the way up there. But the Living Daylights, great poster. And the Casino Royale, the Golden Eye. This was my favorite License to Kill poster that they used of all the movie posters. So that was really cool. Diamonds Are Forever, that's a good poster. The Live and Let Die one was different. It didn't have any like the voodoo stuff on there. So that was interesting. But yeah, when I put that together, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna keep that and frame it because it had pretty much all my favorite movie posters on there. Okay. Well, I wonder. Oh, Damien says, I'd say your villains ranking vid is a favorite of mine. Usually I tend to ignore rankings as I appreciate the franchise as it is. Respect, we all have different opinions. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm the same way with rankings. I do enjoy getting to see what other people with how they would rank certain things. I don't hold anybody to my rankings because I like what I like and I'll enjoy what everything touches everybody else differently. So everybody definitely, I love everybody to have their own opinions about stuff. Um, the thing is when it comes to Bond, it's not like you're going to have something where you're just like, oh, that was just so awful. There may be a couple of things that might come out that way, but for the most part, even the bad is still better than a lot of stuff out there. So, but I appreciate that. Thanks for saying that about my villains ranking video. Um, let's see, was it you? Somebody else told me they thought maybe I should do a another rankings video. What did they say? They said you should do a rankings video for the Bond actors. But I don't know. I think I already did. I mean, everybody already kind of knows my favorite. I've said Timothy Dalton so many times. But I did have a short where I put out there, I'm just like, yeah, Timothy Dalton's my favorite James Bond. But um, if that's the case, then how come I rewatch the Roger Moore movies the most? So that's kind of what happens to me. Let's see. Trying to see what else I got here. Let me roam a little bit and see what else I got. So here's another little book that I found the other day. The Ultimate Spy book. And at first it kind of got me because this is I think it's the same company that does like the 007 book, The World of 007. But this is the real deal. This is like real stuff. These are pictures of some of the real documents and weapons and gadgets that actually real spies had used before. Look at this. So hollow out a hollow battery. And you could there's microfilm in there. Back of a button. So on the back of a button, having code on that. This one right here, that's kind of out of a Bond thing, like the shaving cream. So this was some pretty interesting material as well about these different gadgets. Oh yeah, and coding. So I had a short where could you catch a real spy because of some of the codes that were being used back in the day from real spies. And I'm just like, man, I can't. I was like, I would have never caught them. I wouldn't have known that was code. All right, Damien, two very underrated characters are Whitaker and Christatos. Yep. They came after crazy megalomaniacs, but I enjoyed the real life threats. Yep. Hey, it's Bart Blue. Bart Blue's here. How's it going? How's it going, Bart? So I was talking earlier about you and how you had done my my new intro song and how your channel's been growing. So yeah, wow, that's cool that you dropped in. I've had some really cool people dropping in today. So I appreciate it. I haven't had a ton of people in here, but the people I've had in here have been like quality. So this is really awesome. Well, we've been talking about the new Bond possibilities with Aaron Taylor Johnson, and then Dan Stevens was one mentioned by Damien, where he said that he could be a good one as well. Bart Blues says, "Yes, I was honored that you handpicked me to your channel theme song. Really appreciate that." Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I love my theme song. I actually had some comments on that from some people saying that they liked it. So yeah, it's been working good. So yeah, we've been talking, just been shooting the breeze, been sharing some books, and I've been on for almost an hour now. Bart Blue, if you're still there, Bart. Now, I'm not sure if you saw this, but I was telling Yuden, Dutch Bond fan, earlier that these cards that I got while I was thrifting and getting these ready for a role play for being in a casino was actually somebody had gotten these from a real casino, Binion's, and I looked up Binion's, and when you look them up, there's a picture of the Binion's casino in the background of Diamonds Are Forever. So unknowingly, I wound up finding cards that are connected to a Bond movie through being in Diamonds Are Forever. So that was a really cool discovery to find out about that. And I saw your comments on my video today, the Dr. No comic, and so I appreciate that. Thanks for checking that out. Had to tell Dutch Bond fan that yes, I don't speak Dutch. I had to Google Translate every single one of those vocabulary boxes. Yeah, some better to be lucky than intentional. Yeah, that's for sure. I had no idea. I had no idea. At first, I'm just like, the cards are kind of ugly. I don't know if I want to use them for a role play. But then I was like, yeah, but there's a bunch of them, and they're all from the same place, and they fit. They fit really good in the card shoe. So I was like, yeah, I'll go with those. And plus, they came from a real casino. So yeah, it was cool to actually look up that casino and just be like, no way. All right, well, I might actually be dropping off the live at this point. I think it's almost about dinner time here, and I've been talking for an hour, and my throat hurts. So I appreciate everybody coming in and saying hello and spending some time with me. That was kind of you. And I don't know how often I'll do lives. I kind of just been toying with it. I might maybe once in a while. Oh, that's fine. That's fine, Bart. It's yeah. I didn't even know I was gonna go live. I don't know. Should I? I don't know if maybe next time I should like make it maybe I should do like a community announcement. Just do a community post. Hey, at this certain time or something, I'm gonna go live, and here's what we'll talk about. I should probably try that. That's probably a little more organized. Yeah, we'll do that next time. But I got some great ideas in here. Damien, thank you for, you gave me material for a couple of more shorts. So I'm going to look into what you told me and see about putting those together. Dutch Bond fan gave me some good suggestions on how to maybe do my next role plays. So that helped me out a lot. So I'm really glad I came live. And then Bart, thanks for jumping in. That was awesome too. So this has been nice. It was a well spent hour. I got some good stuff out of it. All right. Well, we'll talk to you later, and thanks for dropping by, and we'll see you next time. All right. Thanks. Bye. I'm gonna probably in the live here. See if I can see how to do this.